Hey, what's up, guys? How you doing? I really wanted to make this video, and I want to talk about the VRs and the VR headsets and what's available out there and what's the best option to go with. So, what I'm showing you here right now is three different VR headsets. Obviously, there's HTC Vive and Oculus Rift, but I don't have those. What I'm talking about right now here is three headsets. Samsung Gear VR, the first generation, and the second generation, and of course the PlayStation VR right here, which is on the top right there. And the reason I want to talk about these devices, it's because they both equally give you the VR experience. Okay, you are going to get VR experience with the Gear and with the PlayStation VR. The difference is obviously reliability, the content. So we're going to talk about that really quick here in this video. But let's first start off with PlayStation VR. PlayStation VR is the Sony's VR headset. As you can see it right here, it's very robust. It has a nice feel to it, has a nice cushion to it. So this is definitely an expensive VR experience. You know, you're going to have to cash out $400, maybe even more, to get this VR headset. This is something that if you have a PlayStation 4 Pro, like I do, I would definitely recommend you go with this. There's plenty of games to play on PlayStation VR, and there's many other features you can take advantage of, from 3D Blu-ray movies to watching 4K movies on the VR headset. Obviously, it's not going to be a 4K resolution. It's going to be downscaled to 1080p because this VR headset AMOLED screen can only do a 1080p, but it downscales the 4K to 1080p. So this is really a nice VR headset for both gaming and media. But it'll cost you. It'll cost you $400. You know. Now let's go talk about the other headset that I have here. It's Samsung Gear VR. Let's put this down here. Now let's talk about the Samsung Gear VR. Now this is the first generation Samsung Gear VR. I had this VR headset for quite a long time now, and I honestly haven't had any issues. I haven't had any problems with it. It worked fine. And I had many hours with this thing, playing different Oculus. This is Oculus powered, so you can play a bunch of Oculus games. I played a bunch of Oculus games with this VR headset, so it's very nice. The only negative I would say, actually, let's talk about the positive. The one positive that I have to say about Samsung Gear VR is the fact that you have freedom to move your head any which way you want. There's no cables attached to you, you know, that you have to worry about. So this VR headset truly gives you that freedom to move the way you should move. With PlayStation VR, there's a gigantic cable over here that's constantly pulling you. You know, see it right here? It's constantly pulling you as you're moving. And that's the one thing that I've noticed. You know, this cable, I have noticed to be a major issue for me when I'm playing video games. I feel like I'm being on a leash, honestly. It has that feeling like you're being on a leash. And this is pretty hefty headset. It's not very light either. This, on the other hand, it's very light and it's much smaller. And obviously, you all know, you put the phone inside. This supports only Samsung S6, S7, and that's it. I think S6 and S7. You cannot put the new S8. If you want to put the new S8, you got to go with this baby right here. You got to go with this second generation Samsung Gear VR, which is right here. You got to go with this thing, and it's pretty much the same. The only difference on this one is you have much wider lenses. You see how wide they are, and you get to, you know, experience much wider viewing angle. And at the same time, with the new phone like S8 Plus 6.2 inches AMOLED screen, you're gonna be experiencing this baby much better. And obviously you pop this open, this case, you put the phone inside. I'm not going to show you how to do that right now. I'm just simply talking about the difference between these VR headsets. So as you all know, this is I had VR headsets for a long time now. This is not my first time using the VR headsets. I had them for a long time, and in my honest experience, I would say that Gear VR is the most affordable VR that you can get. Just under $100, $79, you can own that VR headset. Or if you pre-order your phone, you can actually get this for free. So if you guys in the market for S8, you can pre-order it and you can get this for free. And you can get the also that little USB controller, not the USB controller, I'm sorry, Bluetooth controller. I don't have it with me, but I'll have that soon. The Bluetooth controller, you get that with a headset. As far as the headset is going to be the same. The only difference is going to be gray. It's not going to be blue. So that's the only difference. But you do get that Gear remote Bluetooth controller that comes with it. So all in all, I would say that to me personally, look, if you have PlayStation 4 Pro, yeah, absolutely, you can go with PlayStation VR. There's plenty of games to enjoy in PlayStation VR. You can watch 3D Blu-ray movies on PlayStation VR. There's a lot of advantages of having PlayStation VR with the Move controller that I have. And my Move controllers are right here, by the way. There are my Move controllers. They're right here. You know, I still have them. I still use them. They're right there. And yeah, if you have PlayStation 4 Pro, you definitely want to go ahead with PlayStation VR. However, if you don't have a PlayStation and you just got your phone, yeah, this is definitely this is the cheapest. Listen, Samsung Gear VR is the cheapest entry level to experience VR. You know, you don't have to spend ridiculous amount of money just to experience something that's close to as gimmick as to what HTC Vive and Oculus Rift is doing. Sure, HTC Vive has more freedom, has a higher resolution, but you're going to have to spend a lot of money on a good beefy PC to do that. And another negative about HTC Vive is these ridiculous amount of cables you have to put on the VR, and then on top of that, you have to have a lot of space in your room to put these sensors on. Same thing goes with the Oculus Rift, you know, with the cables. With this, you don't have to worry about any cables. The only negative I would say for Samsung is the fact that they need to figure out the way to make some cooling or put some cooling gel or something inside. Because I've noticed that the phone gets overheated really quickly, really fast if you are running some VR applications, some very heavy-duty VR applications. The phone gets overheated very quickly, and that's the one negative that I would give. But all in all, there are many choices out there. There's Cardbox. I'm sorry, but I would say Samsung Gear. It's definitely a nice entry level, affordable entry level for you to get into the VR gaming and VR experience. Honestly, if you have a Samsung, this is no-brainer. You go with the Gear VR. If you have PlayStation, then yeah, especially if you have PlayStation 4 Pro, go with the PlayStation VR. So that's it. I just wanted to do this quick video. I know it's like a half-ass video. I'm moving my camera up and down, but I just felt like making this video to give you guys my thoughts and my opinion. This is just my thoughts and my opinion. As you all know, I'm not new to VR. I had VR for a long time. I had tried all the VRs, so I'm not, a virgin to VR at all. I've been trying VR forever. So there you go. That's my thoughts on the VR headsets. Have a good one, guys.